Greetings folks, and I hope you all have your fake IDs handy wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. So, overnight, a few hours ago, whenever it was, Hot Toys dropped this one on us. Now, as we are probably all aware out there in collecting land, Hot Toys have been raining Star Wars figures on us over the past few weeks to celebrate the Star Wars anniversary. We've had Stormtroopers and Mandalorians and Grogu's and God knows what else. But in amongst all that deluge of Star Wars stuff, they've dropped this one on us. Now, I think this is probably to coincide with the Hong Kong Comic Con, which they're attending. I saw teasers for this a few months ago, and it really piqued my interest. Who is it? Well, it is Cyclone, aka Louis Koo, from the, I think it was 2024. Soi Cheang directed martial arts drama actioner Twilight of the Warriors Walled In. A great little movie in my opinion. I absolutely loved it. If you like your martial arts, you like your drama, you like your action, you can do a lot worse than catch this movie. So, check it out. It is a cracking little film. But yeah, in amongst all the Star Wars stuff, this landed, and it has most certainly piqued my interest. So, before we dive in and take a look at the pictures, I'd like to send the usual walled city-size shout-out to everybody who supported the channel. And please, drop a like and hype on this video, as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon, so you're not missing any of the 1/6 scale reviews, previews, news, tours, showcases, and all that other good stuff. So without further ado, let's dive in and grab a look at what Hot Toys have offered us. And I've got to say, usual story here straight away. I think Hot Toys have knocked it out of the park. It looks like Louis Koo as Cyclone. It looks fantastic. Now, people will argue it's not the most complex figure in the world. The outfits aren't particularly complex. So really, this is about capturing the scale and most certainly giving us a very, very accurate Louis Koo head sculpt. From what I'm seeing straight away here, it's looking very, very good. So what have you got? Well, we've got a sort of a head and shoulders shot here. Very simple outfit. There's this t-shirt, this blue t-shirt with an undershirt on, and that's pretty much your lot. The stitch work looks excellent. Usual suspects here. The screen accuracy is there in the colors, the style, and the work on that shirt and that undershirt looks excellent as far as I can tell. He is clutching the two, what am I going to call these? These are hooks for moving stuff, but he uses as weapons. I'm sure there's a specific name for them, but I don't know that off the top of my head. But they are very menacing indeed, and he's clutching the pair of them. First thing that struck me about this figure, apart from that head sculpt that we'll get to, are these forearms. Hot Toys have gone the seamless forearm route. Great to see. The more seamless forearms in the world, the better, in my opinion. And they've done a cracking job here. Obviously, short sleeve or relatively short sleeve shirt going on here. So those exposed arms have got no visible joints. Fantastic. Love to see that. Great vein work, great vascularity, all the usual stuff, skin tones and textures. Hot Toys past masters at this kind of thing, so we would expect nothing less. But yeah, arms are looking great, weapons are looking great, outfit looks accurate, and that head sculpt looks really, really good. Now, they did age him a little bit here. He's got grey in the hair there. The hair looks right with that sort of semi-slick back look with a parting at the side there. You've got individual strands picked out, looking wonderful. Skin tones and textures look excellent. And they've done a cracking job with those sunglasses that he wears as well. I've got to remember, it's set in the 80s here, so that very, very 80s style sunglasses going on. The tint in the lenses looks right. I'm going to assume it's plastic. And the frames as well look absolutely on point. On to the next action pose here. This is where these seamless arms really come into their own, in my opinion, because of the content of the movie, the heaps of martial arts, the heaps of action scenes. Seamless arms is the way to go, because we're going to be putting this figure in dynamic poses, and I think that looks wonderful. The pattern on the shirt there, the stitch work looks impeccable there. The tonal change in that shirt, you've got that sort of darker blue section running down the front of the shirt itself. The buttons look on point, and as does that shirt underneath. Overall, yeah, and these seamless arms, I've got to say, I'm loving these. And once again, head sculpt is absolutely nailed on. I'd like to see this without the glasses. I'm not certain whether Hot Toys have given us a photo without the glasses. I think he pretty much kept them on for the entirety of the movie, as I remember. But it would be nice to be able to put up that head sculpt without glasses against a shot of Louis Koo to do a comparison. But for me, that works. And you've got the cigarette, the obligatory cigarette hanging out the corner of his mouth, which he seemed to have on the go pretty much 90% of the movie itself. So yeah, that's that shot. On to the next. Now we're seeing him clutching those, I'm going to call them bailing hooks, for want of a better expression. I've never worked on a dock, so I don't know, but yeah, we'll stick with bailing hooks. I'm going to assume they're sculpted plastic. They look really nice. Metallic paint applications, they look very, very good indeed. And once again, going to have to assume that we're getting gripping hands to hold those, although we'll get the usual all shot, I'm sure, at the end. Hot Toys never misses a beat with the all shot. And the trousers, the pants, they're looking very screen accurate too. Going to assume they're cotton. They're that brown colour with that sort of very thin white pinstripe in there. And yeah, nailed on, absolutely screen accurate. On to the next. Another action pose here, once again showing off how those seamless arms give that real sense of realism to the piece, and yeah, looking phenomenal. I'm really, really liking this. I'm going to say this now, actually, I'll not reserve this for the end. I'm just hoping that Hot Toys don't do what they've known to be done in the past, which is drop a really, really good figure from maybe a less mainstream movie and then just leave it at one figure and not give us the rest of the characters. I would love to see a complete set of characters from Walden. That would be phenomenal. Fingers crossed, but I'm not going to hold my breath here. And I think this is limited, actually. I think it's 2,500 worldwide, this one. It's an exclusive, as it says in the top left-hand corner there. I'm assuming it's a Comic-Con exclusive. But yeah, let's zip on to the next shot. This put a smile on my face when I saw this. So you have got the stool that he has a tendency to sit on for a long, long time in the movie. Red plastic stool, but it's just done really, really well. Great for posing there. Let's look at the shoes. Yeah, shoes seem on point. Brown, pretty straightforward Oxfords by the looks of it. Looks like we've got socks underneath there as well to finish it off nicely. But what really caught my eye here was this diorama backdrop. Now, we've seen this kind of thing on numerous occasions from Hot Toys, probably most recently their Bond figures and the like. But what they've given us here is, this is why it made me smile. Not only has it got the movie and the movie logo at the top there and the character name, it's also the hairdressing salon that he spends a lot of his time in, which acts as sort of his refuge in the walled city, and it's just great to see they've thrown that in. I think it places the character and gives it some sort of meaning and referencing the movie as well. I'm not the world's biggest fan of these kind of backdrops, as regulars to the channel will know. Tend not to use them in the display, as you can see behind me. But I think that works. I think it works really well, and looks like we've got a probably a semi-hexagon plastic base here that replicates the floor of the hairdressing salon as well, and this backdrop slots into it. But looking at this shot here, I don't think articulation is going to be an issue here. We know that Hot Toys give us good quality bodies, so I don't think posing this guy's going to be an issue either. On to the next, yeah. And that sort of pretty much answers that question about posability. We've got him sat on the red stool. Once again, clutching the cigarette there, looking suitably inscrutable, and just really, really nicely done figure, this one. As I say, quite simple, but it puts me in mind of a lot of the Hot Toys figures where they've done, where they aren't complex. They're not sort of Iron Man or Spider-Man or super complex suits. But I think Hot Toys do this kind of thing very, very well indeed. But yeah, on to the next. Close up there of him sat on that red stool. We're getting closer to this head sculpt. Hopefully we'll get even closer than this. But yeah, realism there. Loving it, absolutely loving it. Once again, answering the questions about articulation here. This is what we want to see with figures like this. As I mentioned, we want to have them in dynamic poses. So yeah, looks like he's doing a roundhouse kick there, or maybe the beginning of a side kick. I think that's more roundhouse. But yeah, Articulation shouldn't be an issue. Hopefully there'll be, well, we'll see in the end shot how they're working this with a crotch grabber, or is it a dynamic flight pole. But yeah, overall articulation looks excellent as well. Love that shot. Love to pose it in the display with the other characters in that stance. Another action pose here, looks like an elbow strike coming in, and yeah, buttons on that jacket look great. Overall, I am suitably impressed. Crouching here, once again showing us just how good the articulation is. Can't fault this, proportions look right, everything looks present, correct, and in order. On to the next, another action pose. This, I do like this pose. I think it's a similar shot to this one that I pinched for the thumbnail, because I don't know, it just sums up the character of Cyclone for me, with the cigarette hanging out the mouth in that fighting stance, and the arms looking great, and the outfit looking great. On to the next. Once again, we've got the bailing hooks, and they're looking suitably menacing. So yeah, overall, I am very, very impressed. Like I said, the only reservation I've got here is, will this be a one-off? Will we just see the one character from the movie? I would like to see a lot more, but you know, we know how Hot Toys works, and there are no guarantees. On to the next. Clutching the cigarette there. I'm assuming we're going to get multiple swap out hands here. Be interesting to see if they're doing. They're also giving us the jointed hands, as well as the seamless forearms as well. That'd be interesting. But liking the lighting on that shot a lot, really adding to the realism. Lighting the cigarette there, so I'm going to assume we're getting a cigarette lighter, plastic sculpted cigarette lighter. Looks like a Zippo to me. So yeah. Once again, cracking shot. It even looks like, I could be wrong, there may be that texturing on the arm there, on the forearms, to give it that sort of almost hairy look. That would be a nice touch, but yeah, wonderful. Sat down, once again, clutching the cigarette, looking down. PERS system, I'm going to assume we're getting a PERS system here, but you know, 90% of the time by the looks of it, the eyes are going to be hidden behind these glasses, so yeah, how useful that will be. Mind you, then again, they are relatively clear, as you can see in this shot. I'm going to have to correct myself here. Yeah, so yeah, there is some colour there. It looks like a tan colour, so we'll still be able to see the eyes behind those glasses, those lenses, when they move. On to the next. Right, we are focusing on the hands and the forearms here, so it doesn't look like there are any pegged hands on this one. So they've given us a vast array of interchangeable forearms. Now it doesn't look like those bailing hooks are a separate accessory. It looks like they are an integral part of those forearms, which, yeah, that makes sense. They don't risk breaking them and putting them in and out, but you've got all kinds of forearms. How many we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 interchangeable forearms. Spot on, Hot Toys, well done. We've got fisted forearms, open palm, gesturing, fighting, and bail hook gripping as well. So yeah, chef's kiss, Hot Toys on the interchangeable forearms. Obviously mentioned the PERS system there. Now the sunglasses, it says here made from different materials, plastic and metal. Be interesting to see what the plastic parts and the metal parts are. I'm going to assume that the frame is metal and the lens is plastic. That would make sense there. Now, having a closer look here, now, yeah, there are 2 sets of sunglasses going on here. Now, does that mean one is metal and one is plastic? Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna hazard a guess here that one set of plastic, one set of metal. Metal is always best, I think, when you're producing sunglasses. As I have mentioned thousands of times on the channel before, be super careful when you're handling 6-scale glasses of any description, particularly if they're made out of plastic. They will break just by looking at them, and then you have a nightmare on your hands trying to replace them or trying to repair them. So it's great to see that Hot Toys have included metal ones as well, and they do lend a different aspect to the face there. Yeah, I don't know which ones I'm preferring there. I think probably the ones on the left here, you can see more of the eyes, but the ones on the right look a little bit more screen accurate. But then again, he may have worn 2 pairs in the film. Correct me in the comment section below if he was. So on to the next, and it's the final all shot, as always with Hot Toys. Pretty much all the shots we've already looked at. On the left there, the bailing hooks. Got a close-up on the right there of the head sculpt. If Mr. Go Figure's big fat head is covering this up in the bottom right hand corner, I do apologise. But what you've got is a picture of him on the base there, on the stand, in a fighting pose with his leg up on that rather nice red stool. And oh yeah, for the first time as well, we're seeing it looks like there is the movie logo embossed or stamped or painted onto that base as well. So that's great to see. And in the centre here, obviously we've got the cigarette. You've got the cigarette lighter. The base that we've already looked at, the interchangeable forearms, and it looks like there's a bowl of something. Can't quite make out what that is. Is that some kind of spicy pork on rice? I'm not sure, but it's a nice little addition. And of course, that bright red plastic stool that he sits on a lot. So there you have it, folks. That is Cyclone from Walled In. What are your thoughts on this particular figure? Are you a fan of the movie? Will you be picking this figure up? Is it leaving you cold? Are you not sure what it's all about? Let me know in the comment section below. I will be fascinated to hear your take on this. I think it's just really, really nice to see, as I say, in the deluge of Star Wars stuff that they've been throwing at us. It's really great to see them going a little bit left field. And as I said twice before in this video, let's just pray that they give us the rest of the characters as well. So I guess that wraps it up for this preview, folks. I hope it's been useful for you. What have we got coming up on the channel? Well, after much waiting, it would appear, fingers crossed, that Tomy Plus's Refit Enterprise from Star Trek The Motion Picture will be landing today. So that'll be going straight in front of the camera, hopefully up for the weekend. We've got plenty more 1/6 scale figure reviews, stuff coming from Hot Toys, InArt, Susu Toys, Present Toys, Caustic Plastic, Exo 6, Iconic Studios, the list goes on. We've got more previews, reviews, tours, and a raft of other stuff as well. So as I mentioned at the top there, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing anything. And I suppose all it remains for me to say is, as always, a massive thank you for watching. And from myself and from Cyclone, and until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.